myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss.
Okay, before I take this dry shaft out, I want to do a cold start. Let me go ahead and get this dry shaft out so we can get that to the shop to get it extended. And I'll come back to the video. Get ready to measure that dry shaft.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest. There ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
I'm always flirting with pain. She like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters.
Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on the C10. It's kind of rainy outside, so can't really do much outside, but I do have the C10 inside of the shop. If you remember, the last time we had a C10 video, we had just got the exhaust put on it, and we were measuring for the dry shaft because the dry shaft was too short. So we finally got the dry shaft back. I've been working at night on the C10 to get the dry shaft in and everything, and try to get this truck completed. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to take it on a test drive. We're going to drive it. The truck seems to be kind of lazy, and I'm not sure if the transmission is locked up all the time, the torque converter is locked all the time, or if it's just the rear gears is really low. And I think that's what it is. I think it has a really low rear gear. I think the rear gear in it is a 273, and I think that may be the issue of why it feels kind of lazy. So I'm going to take it on a test drive, and I have one more thing I need to fix on it. I need to, when you come to a stop for a long time, the truck actually leaks fuel, and I think it's the return. I think it's coming back to return, so I might have to lower the tank and check out my return hose and get that squared away. So once that's done, the C10 will be ready for paint, and we'll be taking it to the shop to actually get it painted. I'm not going to paint it myself. I really wanted to, but I'm not going to do it myself. I'm trying to make that truck look as good as possible. So, all right, let's go up to the shop. All right, so it looks like if I take this yoke off and put it on there, that'll give me my inch that I need, and I wouldn't have to get any taken off the dry shaft. Okay, got the yoke shortened up on the dry shaft, and I'm gonna test fit it. I still gotta put another U-joint in the back. Actually, they may already have put it in there. Yeah, so I just gotta put the caps on it and put it in there. So, let me go ahead and test fit it. Another late night at the shop. Just finished putting the dry shaft in the C10, and I'm gonna take it for a drive, but it's a little dark now, so I'll wait till in the morning or tomorrow afternoon and come back up here and take it on the test drive. But I did back it out. It was never in the shop. I just backed it out and turned around. So, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and I'll shut it off now, and I'll tell you what else I have to do to it. Okay. So, since I had some clear left over from doing the canyon, I was just playing around with this truck, and I sprayed it on the front fender. As you can see, actually shined it up really good. So, and I just sprayed it on with some extra clear. I didn't do any kind of prepping to it or anything. So I just sprayed the clear on it, and you can see it, how it shines. So, all right, well, I'll pick this video up when I take it for a test drive, And since it's late, let me go ahead and get home. Okay, got to shuffle some things around. There's some cars that's blocking the truck in, but there's the fender that we sprayed clear on compared to the rest of the truck. All right, so let me move some stuff out of the way, and I think I'm gonna take it for a test drive, bring it back to the shop, and just let it run and see if I can find out where the fuel is leaking from. Rain is not doing me any favors. Every time I try to get ready to go for a drive, it starts raining harder. So I'm just gonna take a quick drive real fast, and the wipers on here are not the best, so. Sorry if the video is bad quality, but it's like I said, it's raining. And I'm just trying to get a quick drive for this truck before I should have backed in, probably gave me more space, but there's the fuel leak. It's like I said, I think it's running down off the top of the tank. And it does it after it's running for a while, which is why I think it's the return. All right, let's see if we can get this jacked up and see if I can see exactly where it's coming from. That's just the cover for the tank, so I'm gonna have to get that off in order to see exactly where it's coming from. Okay, so here's the regulator and filter on the C10. So my theory is the return is what's leaking. So this is the return right here. So what I'm gonna do is block off the return, because this fuel rail only provides one line that goes up to the fuel rail, the fuel to the engine. So I'm gonna block off the return and see if that's what's leaking. All right, so it started back leaking. So I guess that wasn't the issue. Just trying to keep from having to drop this tank. So looks like we're gonna have to drop it anyway. The pump was leaking around the seal. I got another seal coming. I'm not sure if I even had this in there right, to be honest with you. So I think this should resolve it. I'm used to just regular rubber seals, and I didn't know this one had tabs in it. So I'm not even 100% sure I had it in there with the tabs, right? So, all right, well, once I get the new seal and get this in, hopefully that'll solve the issue. Drove the C10 down here. I'm just driving around. Got everything fixed on it. It ain't leaking fuel no more. We just gotta put some transmission fluid in it, and the shift linkage is messed up, so that's why it's doing that. It's acting funny when you're shifting it, but other than that, everything is good. Okay, still driving the C10. Adjusted the shifter leakage, and I plugged the lockup back up, torque converter lockup. So we're gonna see if it acts better. I think it's actually going into lockup. Alright, the brakes on this truck is still iffy, so I'll start back recording once I get back to the shop. Actually, I may go ahead and just close out the video because I haven't done all I'm going to do. You see it's starting to get dark. Okay, I had to go jump in the shower. I was drenched in gas because taking that tank down and stuff like that, I had gas all over me. But you saw we drove the C10. I drove it the first time, it was still raining. Came back, fixed the gas leak, drove it again to the store to get some transmission fluid, and then drove it back. And the shifting is funny. It only shifts like one time, and you have to manually shift it. So I don't know if that's in the tune or what it is. So we got to figure that out. But the gas leak is fixed, and everything else is good to go. The truck actually drives pretty good. When I said the brakes was horrible, it only has front brakes. So I got to figure out what's going on with the rear brakes. It's drums on the rear, so you got to figure out if it's a fluid thing or actually what's going on with that. So I'm trying to wrap up all my projects, the C10, the El Camino, to try to get the El Camino ready to sell. And I'm trying to do all of that stuff before spring hits, because once I start the Maverick, I don't want to jump off and have to do other projects and finish other stuff. So I want to stick to the Maverick and finish it. So that's why I haven't jumped back on the Maverick yet. I'm just trying to knock up all these loose ends. So thanks for watching. Click on that notification bell if you haven't. Click subscribe. I'm going to put a link to the C10 from start to where we're at now in this video, and in the description. It's going to be a link to the playlist because I have a lot of new subscribers that hasn't been around since I started the C10 project. So I'm going to put that link in there. I might put it up here or over there, depending on how when I flip this video and upload it. So I'll put that in there so the new subscribers can see the C10 on where it was and where we're at now. Thanks, and I'll see you in next week's video.